National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women, December 6th.
Hello, my name is Alex Lindley.
And my name is Mason Ortega-Hogan. We are both current students at Nicola Valley Institute of Technology. This is our Social Work 200 class project for the National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women. This is how we choose to recognize the 14 women who lost their lives at Polytech University.
In 1989, on December 6th, a man named Mark Lapline entered a mechanical engineering classroom at École Polytech University with a semi-automatic rifle. He separated the men and the women in the classroom and ordered the men to leave just before opening fire on the women. He had killed 6 out of 9 women in that classroom. He then left and started to search for women in the school for the next 20 minutes. He had killed 9 more within that 20 minutes just before turning the rifle to himself.
At this time, we'd like to honor and recognize the 14 women who were killed at Polytech University.
These are the names of the 14 women and what programs they were in.
Genevieve Bergion, age 21, a civil engineering student. Miad Habernick, age 29, a materials engineering student. Natalie Crotu, age 23, a mechanical engineering student. Barbara Daignault, age 22, and was a mechanical engineering student. Annie Marie Edward, age 21, and was a chemical engineering student. Helen Colin, age 23, a mechanical engineering student. Maurice Laguerre, age 25, and was a budget clerk in the school's finance department.
Maurice Leclerc, age 23, a materials engineering student. Anne Marley LeMay, age 22, and was a mechanical engineering student. Sonia Pelletier, age 28, and was a mechanical engineering student. Michelle Richard was age 21 and was a materials engineer student. Anne St. Arnaud was age 23 and a mechanical engineer student. Annie Turcotte, age 26, a materials engineer student. Barbara Kluznik Wojciechowicz, age 31, and was a nursing student.
And now we would like to go to our fellow classmates and their stories.
NVIT remembers the 14 women who lost their lives on December 6, 1989, at the Polytechnic School of Montreal.
What does violence against women mean to me? Violence against women comes in many forms, whether it be verbal, emotional, sexual, or physical. All violence negatively impacts women. Violence can occur between partners, family, friends, or strangers. Violence against women reminds me of the survivors who have gained the courage to speak about their experiences and the support that others must give them. According to the Canadian Women's Foundation, 67% of Canadians say they've personally known at least one woman who has experienced physical or sexual abuse. And approximately every 6 days, a woman in Canada is killed by her intimate partner. The 14 women at École Polytechnic University died, and we're here to speak up about it. Not only did these women suffer, but their families, friends, and colleagues did too. If you're being threatened with violence, please see the phone number below, and do not be afraid to ask for help. We remember the 14 women at École Polytechnic.
I was asked to describe what violence against women means to me. The first thing that comes to my mind is women being abused by their domestic partners, whether this be hitting physically, emotional abuse through mental bullying, or abuse of spirit through neglect or total disinterest. As I learn more and more through my schooling and research, I see violence against women as a much larger and worldwide systemic issue. Horrific killing of women for no other reason than being female, the abortion of babies because they are girls, and therefore not worthy of life, the treatment of women as second-class citizens in male-dominated societies and cultures. These are but a few examples of violence being perpetuated upon female kind. This is just the beginning of what violence against women means to me. Our planet needs to work toward a society of humankind of equal value regardless of gender. Only then can we hope to see the victory over the violent and scary times we are living in today.
What does violence against women mean to me? Violence against women is the abuse of any woman or girl, whether that be physical, sexual, or emotional. When I think of violence against women, I think of the many missing and murdered Indigenous women across Canada and the United States, and incidents such as the Polytechnic school shooting. I believe we must address the underlying systemic issues, stereotypes, and attitudes that lead to violence against women and girls. Then we can continue to work towards equal safety for women and an end to gender-based violence.
Colonialism has eradicated the roles and values of Indigenous women as leaders. Prior to contact, Indigenous women played central roles within their family and community. They were strong leaders that were valued. The colonizers imposed their views of women onto Indigenous people. They viewed women as property. Colonialism predisposed Indigenous women and girls to violence and mistreatment. According to Statistics Canada, Indigenous women and girls make up 5% of Canada's total female population, but they account for 23% of all women and girls murdered in Canada between 2014 and 2018. Indigenous women are 7 times more likely to be murdered or go missing than non-Indigenous women. Indigenous women are 3 times more likely to experience domestic violence than non-Indigenous women.
Every woman, no matter what race, creed, religion, sexual identity, socioeconomic group you belong to, every woman at some point in her life has been affected by violence. Violence can take many forms such as emotional, psychological, sexual, financial, and physical abuse. Every woman is someone's mother, daughter, sister, wife, or friend.
Violence against women in any form, whether it be physical, emotional, or sexual, is a violation of our basic human rights. Violence against women makes me think of the issue of missing and murdered Indigenous women within our communities and the women we honor today who were simply trying to gain an education and prove we belong at the table with any man. But besides this, it makes me think of all the women suffering silently in their own homes, being abused by loved ones. Statistics show women are more likely to face abuse by someone close to them. The Government of Canada website even states 79% of police-reported intimate partner violence is against women, and women were victims of intimate partner homicide at a rate 4 times greater than men. If we are to fight discrimination and injustice against women, we must start from the home. For if a woman does not feel safe in her own home, how do we expect her to feel safe anywhere else? This is a global issue our society has grown numb to. We must relearn to cherish and protect our givers of life, our nurturers. We must relearn to protect our women.
What does violence against women mean to me? It means being terrified to utter a simple no to a stranger, overthinking to find the politest way to decline in order to avoid conflict, being told by society to cover up because to look good is an invitation. The term violence against women is something every woman can relate to in one way or another. I recognize and resonate with the terror in others' eyes when a door shuts too hard, or when someone's voice is a little bit too harsh. I know the anxiety that comes with being alone outside during the night and not wanting to go anywhere alone. It's unfair to live in a world where the people who have the ability to bring life into it are the ones that feel unsafe.
I might as well live in silence. You use all my words against me. I might as well live in service. I am merely property. Just do as I'm told and consider myself lucky. I might as well give up thinking I'm not allowed to disagree. I might as well cut my legs off so I stay where you put me. If I ever get free will, it will be because you tell me. Between the threats and put-downs, I have no self-esteem. My stupidity astounds me. I believed you really loved me.
God of hope and love, today we stand somewhere between peace and joy, unsure where to find them, in a world where women continue to be subject to violence because they are women, because they are Indigenous. Today it is hard for us to imagine the lamb and the lion together, to know that our hearts will rejoice at the arrival of justice. And yet we persevere, we remember, and we persevere. She conquered her demons and wore her scars like wings.
No matter what race, creed, religion, sexual identity, or social economics, every woman has been affected by violence at some point in her lifetime. Violence is not just physical. It takes forms such as emotional, financial, psychological, physical, or sexual violence. We all need to step up and stop violence.
For information and support for victims of crime, call or text VictimLink at 1-800-563-0808 or visit victimlinkbc.ca. VictimLink BC is a toll-free, confidential, multilingual service available across BC and the Yukon 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Contact VictimLink BC if you are a victim of family violence, sexual assault, domestic violence, criminal harassment, or any other abuse or crime.